without acting alone. Without having no soul.
Right, so I think that was a pretty decent range session considering the weather out there was pretty terrible. I think Jenny enjoyed it. Just trying to get a little bit more used to being on camera every now and again, so she's going to help me film quite a bit when I go practice, hopefully. I'm just going to go through a few things which I'm going to be working on at the moment and get myself back into more of a serious routine rather than just filming the course vlogs and having fun. It's now back to, well, we've got 90 days until the season starts, so it's now back to serious practice, constructive and structured practice. One thing I'm a huge fan of is doing drills probably once or twice a week I normally do. So like here, last year I started doing it. Obviously I didn't start golf until the season was pretty much over. I only played 3 tournaments last year. So what I'm going through here, so I've got my par 18 scores. So par 18 is a great way of keeping track of progression in your short game. And a good way of improving your short game too. So all your practice basically leads up to doing this twice a week. So this is your goal. You've got to try and better your score each time. So as soon as I got back into it after not playing for God knows how long, as you can see my scores are pretty high. And then practicing over these 2 months, eventually got it down to around sort of like 20, maybe the odd 22 in there, 21. The way you play par 18 is basically you play 9 holes on a chipping area. Each hole is a par 2. You play 9 holes and your goal is to make up and down on each one. So a perfect round of par 18 would be 18 shots. So here you can see I was basically 5 over, then I shot 2 over, 3 over, 2 over, 4 over, 2 over, and it's slowly getting better and better and better the more I practice throughout the year. So it's a good way of keeping track of your stats every, I'd say every sort of 2 or 3 days I do that. And then I got my putting drills, pitching drills, which I haven't done yet, and round the world putting drill. Another thing what this is great for as well is actually putting yourself in pressurised situations. So you're not just hitting balls, you're not just chipping willy-nilly, hitting bunker shots non-stop. You're putting yourself in a pressure situation, because trust me, even though it's just a little game that you're playing on the chipping area, when you've got a putt to beat your best score that you've ever done, you're actually feeling a little bit of pressure. So it's replicating those on-course situations, on-course tournament situations. So just about to have some food and head off to the uni campus on the artificial short game area up there, and get a couple of hours of good practicing up there. Maybe do a bit of putting, maybe do par 18 on there actually, although it's going to be really hard because the putting green is like lightning. So I think I've hit all of about 5 shots and then it starts absolutely chucking down. And now the sun's come out. Get some practice done in a minute. It's blowing a gale. But we're out practicing in it. Almost blew away. that's a great thing about being able to film all the time. Just look back at those 3 pitch shots there, and just way too much body movement over the top still. And on those pitch shots there, I still felt as if I was coming up on the outside and dropping it in, when the fact of the matter is it's so far from that. So we're just going to spend about 10 minutes sort of practicing a few more pitch shots and getting that technique right, less body movement and coming on the inside rather than coming down so steep on it. So something just as simple as that has almost completely changed the look of my pitching technique there. Just literally keeping my head a little, just feeling as if my head isn't moving through the whole shot, and picking the club up a little bit steeper and bringing it back on the inside, even though that's not what I'm doing, that's the feeling I'm getting. I literally felt like I was picking the club up like that and dropping it back in. But it's just one of those where you over exaggerate it and actually it gets it back just about neutral. So I'm just going to work on a few things with the putting now. Before I practice my putting, I normally go straight onto the mirrors, check my alignment, check everything's kind of in place, all the basics. And then I'm going to work on mainly just keeping my arms a little bit more rigid. I find with the longer putts I can get lazy, if you want to put it like that, and my arms go a bit like floppy. So basically not using my shoulders, just trying to keep everything nice and together. So that's what I want to practice after this. Don't think I'm going to film it because it keeps on drizzling and my phone's getting wet. So I think I'll see you back in the van. So I'm currently looking at tournament dates. Been looking through Jamega Tour. Jamega Tour's got their schedule up, or what I reckon is part of their schedule. First tournament is April the 16th and 17th. So that's a possibility. Well, it'll be 15th if you include the practice round. So that's a possibility. Might be playing that one. So my dilemma is at the moment I can do one or two things. Basically, I can play a few tournaments from each tour. Basically, play the ones which are Challenge Tour qualifiers. So I have a chance of working my way up to another tour through playing well in a certain event. Or I have the choice of gaining experience and playing a full season on one of the lower tours, such as Jamega Tour. So I'm really in between the two at the moment. I don't know what route I'm going to go down. I'd like to play something like Jamega Tour and be able to play a full season and play sort of twice a month. But again, that's a lot of money as well. So would it be better off just saving my money back for tour school at the end of the year, playing a few tournaments which are Challenge Tour qualifiers? There's so many variables with it. So over the next few weeks, that's going to be another thing. It's just kind of working out schedule, what I'm going to do this year. But it's all very exciting stuff. Of course, another dilemma that I have is how am I going to afford it? So that's another thing we're working on at the moment. I did have someone who was a potential sponsor. I'm not sure whether that is still on or not. But yeah, it's just working out a few things at the moment. So I just want to say thank you for watching this whole video today, if you have watched it till the end. It's kind of hard getting used to filming everything that you do. I'm used to just filming golf, so getting used to filming just stuff like this and gym footage as well, because sometimes it can be a little embarrassing setting up your phone in the gym, videoing yourself doing squats, because everyone around you thinks that you think you're a big man squatting 40 kilos. So yeah, let me know if you like these daily vlogs, because if you don't, if they're getting sort of like same old, it's going to be the same every day, then I'll switch it up. I'll do like 2 days of vlogging in one video and have a few more sort of exciting things in there. But yeah, let me know, comment down below.